What was I learning on her stuff? I think I was... I know I wanted to get limit boost at some point because that's real good. I'm never gonna teach her any of the chases because it's never gonna get to that point. Hanging's really good. I wasn't gonna go for any of her gun skills either, so it's pretty much like limit boost, lady luck, possibly. I think limit boost actually requires that. Eagle eye and hanging were the skills I'm mostly going for. Trickster would be nice too, because it will let her actually use skills. Okay, so the starfish. I remember these guys being assholes. They don't... No. Really, the starfish are weak to ice. See, they hit pretty hard right now. Okay, Aisha leveled up. Okay. Lady luck. Crit. Yeah, she needs lady luck for that, right? Right, yep. That's what I was going for. This will actually be pretty useful against the boss, too, because the boss of this place has a lot of head techniques. And also increase the damage that it takes from Hellfire, as long as it's headbound. Of course, you know, bosses have pretty high resistance to that type of stuff to begin with, but, you know. As you walk the ocean floor, you find a small tide pool at the dead end. The clear sea water holds, among other things, shellfish of various hues and shapes. I wonder if the shellfish are edible. The fastest way to find out might be to try one. I don't know. Ader takes the tusk fish from the tide pool and cracks it open and tastes it cautiously. It has a smooth, milky taste, which Adric enjoys very much indeed. Oh, okay. I just got here, so that TP doesn't really help too much yet. Now there's a shortcut somewhere or something. Or the gather point is somewhere around here. Like somewhere around this general area. I don't remember. Oh, there it is. Never mind. Yeah, there's a shortcut somewhere around here too. I remember going to this spot a lot. It's like, yep, right here. It's a mine spot, right? Meaning we cannot get Amritas from this. I think I have to wait until the second or third floor for that. Unfortunately. Okay. Oh god! Okay, better off escaping. Because having two of my party members confused is a very bad thing, and I don't want them murdering my entire party. That's way too much trouble than it's worth. Right, okay. Another one of those. They're both bad. Line guard. attack that, 2. Oh, I was weak to ice, damn it. There we go, much better. Stop attacking the healer. Damn it. I didn't mean to attack the other one. Ow! They're definitely weak to ice because of the. God damn it! I don't have any idea who's the fastest. Okay, well, I'll just back up. Murder, 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 murder. Ah, damn it. She did way more damage out of attacking. Here we go. Floor's gimmick. Angry FOEs that move 1 step for every 2, I think it was. So, boom. 1, 2. Yep. They're easy to avoid. Should be some shortcut spots somewhere after them to prevent you from, so that you don't have to actually, you know, go after them the second time. Also, somewhere around one of these FOE spots, there's awesome. Oh god, that thing. These guys suck, by the way. I believe they're weak to elements. But yeah, these things are like the most dangerous thing on this floor. And of course, Serias dies. Fuck! With him dead, that was basically my strategy. God damn. My whole strategy revolved around him nuking it. Because he's the only one who can do any real damage to it. There's two-way paths so that you can get back and not have to do the silly puzzle a second time. Running the Undersea path, you stop to admire a small pond of seawater. The pond contains several colorful fish swimming peacefully. You can feel the cute little fish, or you can feed the cute little fish, or ignore them and continue your investigation of the labyrinth. Sure. You chop some bread and drop it into the pool, causing the fish to gather and nibble at it. Spend a few peaceful moments watching the fish before a black shadow suddenly approaches. It seems that a small pond of fish is a feeding ground for sea monsters. You're seized with the desire to fight the monster and save the small fish, but then again, you quickly break the surface of the water to divert the monster's attention before it starts to eat the fish. The monster, finding you to be more appetizing prey, jumps out of the water at you. Oh. Well, I know this went completely differently than I did before. I believe, what happened when I did it before was, Reika just insta-killed them. Yeah, these are more of these guys. Jerks. Of course, they attack the person that needs to be at full health. Die already, please. God damn it. Of course, Reannan gets attacked again. This time. One? Why? With the monster vanquished, you look again at the peaceful pond, but the small fish have escaped. You're successful in saving their lives will have to be enough, and you do feel satisfied as you walk away. Alright, singularity and etheric charge. Ooh, no. Ugh. Two of my party members died, didn't they? Yep. Curses. Well, if I get through this puzzle, I can at least get the shortcut for this one, so... they'll have to stay dead for a little while longer. I'll just avoid fights for a bit. Only disadvantage of not bringing Reika with me. She's very good at running away. Should be another one. Yep, mining point. Really gonna have to get those other characters up high enough level so they stop dying. Good. It. Okay, so gun, which I'm not going to use. Didn't really unlock much of anything, unfortunately. One of these. Making very slow progress due to my unleveled characters. Oh, right. I actually do remember the spot. I need to unlock it. I just realized that he had 2 skill points, and I completely forgot to give him. Of course. Not that it matters. I mean, this skill right here was the important one. Okay, so anti-fire and anti-cold are the ones that you want. Boss does use cold, but it's not necessary. Fire can get me, can make it just that much. Getting fire to level 5 or so would be probably the best, because then I can actually do the Tortuga Island part. Getting it to 5 or 6 should be fine to survive that boss. Okay, you. Yep, Circle Bell at 1. You're gonna get higher. Right, she needs Rush at level 5 in order to learn Blade Rave. So she still needs to go further on that one. She also needs Sword Mastery up. Her, let's see, what was I teaching her right now? That I actually do need to remember. I think I was trying to... she needs this before the end, because dispelling of nasty buff on a boss. This is also important, so let's start with that. In order. That'll be our next thing. All that increasing it just decreases its TP cost, so whatever. And then she'll need to get to, yeah, that eventually. For Rally Order, Guard Order needs to be 5. So we can start pumping more points into Attack Order to get to 5, then Guard Order, get that, and then we can start going for Protect Order. It'll be a while. In fact, I might retire her before I even reach that point, potentially. Nice jar. Those items, I believe, actually go off your tech stat. So the ice jars and stuff. So if Serias runs out of TP, I could always just chuck a bunch of jars at enemies, and he can still do some pretty good damage. Oh, those! I really hate those. Weird. I got an ebony liver, at least. Let's unlock this shortcut first, because I will be needing it later. Murder, 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 murder. Kill that thing as fast as possible. Aisha levels up. Let's see. Hanging up right now versus, yeah, get hanging up, I guess. Get at least to level 2 for right now. Might need to start putting points in the Trickster so she can actually use those skills more often in some of the fights. Let's see that one spot I did not look at. This spot right here. Oh, it's the 10th spot. Of course it's the 10th spot. I somehow always avoid the 10th spots. Okay. That's good, that's good. There's no encounters in here, so how's everybody's HP? Oh, okay, never mind. I like 10 spots because I can just wander around in there and get everybody's health back. Okay, okay. Hello, hi, Onef. course. And of course, it gets blinded during that. While continuing your journey through the Blue Forest, you meet a familiar female astrologer. She notices you and walks over to you with a smile. It's good to see you again. Thanks for what you did for us in the First Stratum. The girl curtseys differentially, but her countenance is gloomy and she seems absent-minded. You're curious as to what could be causing her odd mood, but you're not sure if it's your place to ask. The girl smiles at your considerateness and responds, "Not sure why it is, but I have a terrible fear of these clear blue halls." "Some explorer I am, eh?" the girl mutters sadly to herself. The girl seems quite forlorn. You're not quite sure if it's better to comfort her or leave her be. The female astrologer closes her eyes and thinks for a moment before answering in a small voice. "You may laugh, but I've had a recurring nightmare ever since entering the Second Stratum. In it, I'm venturing through this grotto with someone. When next I realize that we're surrounded. My companion shields me from the monster's onslaught and ends up in bloody shards." Hypatia shakes her head and falls silent, as if unwilling to recall any further details of the dream. It's probably best not to pry deeper into the dream. There's more you could say to her. If the girl is this frightened of the labyrinth you muse, it'll be impossible for her to survive. You tell her so, and she's nods sadly in response. "You're right. I understand. I've often thought so myself, but..." The girl nods deeply at your words of caution, but wears a troubled look as she continues. "If I'm not with Agata, he'll try to face the labyrinth alone. That's why After these nearly whispered words, Hypatia hurriedly thanks you for your advice. "I do realize the danger. I'll think about it some more." The girl apologizes again for troubling you in such a trivial matter. If you have no more to say to her, it may be time for you to be on your way. You decide to leave the forlorn girl to her devices and leave the area. I'm just gonna mark where she is. I don't think it's that important. There's a little sub-quest with those two. Of sorts. We'll get into that when we get to that point. I mean, it's not like there's any rewards for it or anything. I'm gonna try the lower path first. Oh, yeah, lower path should connect to that spot that was over here, now that I think about it. Yep. No. I'm not dealing with that thing. Especially when it does pull shit like that. Immediately murders my caster. Damn it. It's so annoying. I mean, even if he was higher leveled, that would still hurt. Okay, shortcut unlocked. Good. They're pretty close to the stairs. They're straight ahead. So I might as well get that out of the way while I'm still here. Oh wait, no. I still have to do more of these. Somewhere around here, there's that one spot for the one quest. Yeah, thankfully the Muckdal type enemies in this game, the Abyssal Deaths, are not quite as threatening as they were in EO2. But then again, they never get that bad again, I think. Is this spot? Yes. Okay, this is where the fossil spot is. I knew it was around here somewhere. Nope, I'm not fighting you guys. Fuck off. You guys hit too hard. You're not worth actually fighting. Mark that. Not that it's important, because once you go to New Game Plus, you can't redo the quests you've already finished anyways. Which is why I haven't been marking a lot of stuff, to be honest. Plus, I already know where it is, mostly. As you cautiously proceed down the hidden trail, you eventually reach an open area. You notice several chalk-colored bone-like objects protruding from the ground. You think back to the request you took in search of fossils. This must be the place. Because the path is so hidden, it's possible that nobody has found them after all this time. You decide to write down the details of this place and its exact location in your report. You've completed the request. Take your report back to the bar and turn it in. Yeah, this game doesn't have any quests where you have to mark spots on the map. And with the NPC going like, oh, you found it? Well, could you point me where in your map you found it at? And we'll check. I think, yeah, 4's the game that introduced that little fact thing. Treasure chest. What do we got? Blinding dagger. And Serias. And shortcut unlocked, yay. Worst comes to worst, I might have to actually... Oh, no. Nope, 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 nope. Thanks. No, Aisha's dead. Let's revive her. I was contemplating whether I should or not. Okay, yep, there's the stairs. Alright, going down there, we'll unlock more quests in town. And we basically explored the floor except for the little spot over there that just goes around in a circle. Might as well just finish that up. There we go. Yay, map complete. I might need to run around this floor and grind a bit, because my party, especially for the other two party members. My main party's not having much of any issues, thankfully. Oh, right, torrents, right. I remember, yeah, this floor is gimmick, right. Okay. Let's just run back to town, sell stuff. Sword sleep guard. Delivered for blind gas. Meh. Stop cutter. No, I don't want to celebrate it. Some bread. Nectars. Find on more or less everything else right now. Okay, that would be for her specifically. Yeah, that would be a pretty good upgrade. Her doesn't really matter. So I definitely need to get weapons and stuff ready for most of my characters. And possible armor upgrade. Oh, okay, I can't make any armor upgrade, so I'm probably gonna have to run around this floor for a little bit, get these two at least caught up with everybody else at the very minimum. Let's report that one quest. We do got 2 quests. This one too. What's that again? Hello again. Were you able to find any fossils? Also, they were deep inside a hidden passage. I am surprised that something so old could exist. History is exciting, is it not? Well, alright. Thank you for your report. Here's the reward for you. Hope we can work together again soon. Stay safe. Thanks, requests. For Armor Road Clinic, my stock of thick throat is used to make cough medicines running low. Taking this request, are you? It was posted by the local clinic. Are you knowing about thick throats? When ground into powder, they make cough medicine. I hate the taste because it is so bitter, but it is so effective too. It must be rare though, because I am hearing that it is difficult to obtain. You see, you can only get thick throats by killing a Kuhahaha with a volt attack. I'm wishing you much luck to go get them, explorers. What happened the other day? I was at death's door with a strange statue state. Thank you. You're accepting the request? The adventurer at the hospital named Swallow put it up. To hear her tell it, she was on the verge of death on B6 when she woke up in front of the clinic. Swallow was muttering something about a magic statue that saved her. Crazy, I know. Seems she is always going down there and polishing the statue. Anyway, she wants someone to go to B6 to tell it she's safe and offer some kind of gift to it. Crazy or not, that's the job. Get going. Tell her. Today I'm wanting something sweet. Water. Ah! Truly one of nature's blessings. Sweet taste is like heaven. You might not know it to look at me, but I got a sweet tooth. This one's kind of obscure, don't get me wrong. It's worth a bundle, but here, we'll have a look. This is a thick throat. Don't tell me what it's for, because to tell the truth, I have no idea. But here, see. Feel the texture? Anyone who touches it falls for its distinct charm. You can get it by zorching a... yeah, that thing. With a volt attack. Hope you pull it off. Oh, and this is just between us. Don't tell anyone else. Hey, my favorite. The slight tang of salt just does more to bring out the sweetness. The taste is good enough to make you forget all about stuff like treasure. Yeah, right. Take a look at this. It's an unblemished great hermit shell. They call these flawless shells on the market. They go for a pretty penny. Being as simple, all you gotta do is not put any scratches on it. That means no swords. This only applies to finishing them off. You can smack them with swords as much as you want. Don't tell... but that's my little secret, okay? Don't tell anyone. That's you. Run up against any great hermits yet? Their behavioral pattern is very interesting. They're altruistic. They protect their fellow beasts. They use their hard shells to shield other monsters. I bet it'd be a real pain for you. Just put it to sleep or use a volt attack on it and watch your problems disappear. Even monsters know how to look out for each other, but humans? Oh, never mind me. Hey there, what can I get you for this fine day? Milk? You sit down now. Nobody's ordering milk at this bar. Nobody. Explorers drink ale when they come back from adventures. Armor Road ale. That is the rule. Let's talk to everybody while we're at it. My favorite is my favorite regulars. What can I tell you today? Take my advice. Explorers should spend their money on weapons and armor. What else is it for? The surest way for explorers to enhance their longevity is to shop at Napier's firm. To you, Kuhahaha. Piece of advice when you're struggling down there in the grotto. You have to prioritize. Do what you have to do to survive, even if it means banning some things. And that should be your first rule. Now that you know, it's your own fault if you get wiped out. Have you run across any pirates yet? I'd avoid them until you can get some weapons on your ship. Even skilled adventurers can't do much from a ship's distance away. Oh, it's you. Everything I hear suggests that you're putting up quite a fight down there. It reminds me of 70 years ago, when I was a sweet young thing in the prime of our life. A traveling guild like you came here out of the blue and reached the Second Stratum in no time. What became of them? Oh, they were annihilated just afterward. That's the labyrinth for you. Swallows up the strong and the weak alike, so be careful you don't share their fate. You're exploring the Undersea Grotto right now, right, boss? I hear it's a dangerous place and they only let a few really good explorers in. If it's that dangerous, take care of yourself, okay? Stay. It's expensive. I'm gonna have to grind for stuff. Definitely got to grind to get... Oh, right. Before we do that, though, Might as well take a look and see what this was on the B1 again, because I forgot what it was. We just need to kill those things. Oh, shit. FOEs. Like, actual FOEs. Shit. That's not what I was expecting. Crap. Probably might not be able to do this. Nah, I'd rather reload my save, honestly, and use it with my real party or something. Or whatever. Alright, so they're not necessarily caught up. 19, 20, 14. 14 and 15, 14, 15 was basically what I was aiming for anyways. They're fine enough for the most part at this moment. Unlocked a couple other stuff while killing things constantly in the labyrinth. Once again, Reannan being able to do her thing, being able to constantly heal my characters every time they take a step makes grinding very easy. Granted, I don't really need to grind in dungeons after I get through the second stratum, but we'll get to that when I get to that point. There's a few exploits to say to get experience very quickly, but they involve sea quests. The earliest you can do that is once you get to the third stratum. Okay, anyways, but oh wait, actually, let's go back to Waterfall Wood. This party might be able to handle these things now. I don't think I can sneak up on them. Oh, of course. Really? You got Reannan, of all people, on the first hit? My healer? Back up. Okay, now we're ready. Let's try that again. Okay. So. You can attack. You. Bow. Lights out. Vent, because this thing loves to do dumb shit. Oh, I lost that. Right, when you escape from battles, you lose half your limit gauge. Ah, oh well. I think. Oh yeah, this thing's weak to ice. It's a lizard. Lizards are typically weak to ice, so. Okay, it's blinded, so that's helpful. Okay, that's a bit better. Hanging. Yeah, we can take these things out now. Pretty easily. I have to watch my TP so I don't have to run back to town during this, because I'd prefer not to do that if I can help it. I'm just gonna miss this one, damn it! Alright. Weaklings. Get my, help me get my limit gauge up. Anything they can, Reannan Battles can at least get me that. Next. back now. Yep. Easy. Should be able to handle the elephant on the later parts of this floor too, but whatever. Some other time. Anyway, let's set up that last one so we can finish up this quest. Rude. I hate those things. Horizon. I actually could catch it. Okay. I'm gonna try to get it. Oh, of course. It goes right back inside the wall. Of course it does. I hate these things sometimes. Oh, no. Okay. Damn it. Gonna run away right when I get. Yep. I can't tell which direction it went in either. That makes it even more annoying. It either went up or inside of there. Come on. Ah, these things can be such a pain in the ass to catch. Because I can kill it easily. Serias is very, very good at killing those things. God, guys, oh, the encounter rate up here is really high. Come on. Yep, of course, it went all the way over there. I had a feeling it was going in that direction. Okay. 3, 4... Fuck! God, I hate those things so much! Oh, you motherfucker! Come on, the one time I actually... Usually I don't even have this many issues trying to catch them. Where is it now? Oh, there's no way I'm going to catch it now. It's just going to walk off the map now. Because it's going to be an asshole about it. I was just going to hellfire it so I could get a bunch of experience points. Clearly the game doesn't want me to do that. Fine. Now here's the real deal. So Hellfire is really slow, and it'll typically always go last. So we'll use Hellfire. Now Serias gets his other action, which will use Etheric Charge. Because that will always go off before Hellfire does it, and it will boost its damage. Plus with charge tactic and stuff, if this thing was weak to fire, it would probably be dead. There's a good chance it might be anyways. Nope, okay, it didn't hit enough times for it to insta-kill it. Whatever. It levels up. As you strike the death blow, the monster lets out a final keening wail and collapses. You complete the request. You should report back to the bar for your reward. Okay, Adric leveled up. I'm still teaching him Phantom Fire, so 5. 6 or so should be fine for the ghost ship, because I do need to kill that thing. That is a bit of a requirement for me. In order to progress through the sea quest anyways, I need to do that. I mean, the ghost ship, my party won't be able to handle that right now. That thing's like level 25. I need to be around level 25-ish or so pretty much, you're not really expected to do that until you finish with Second Stratum anyways. But hey, if I can get its rare drop, I can net myself a really nice rapier. Which would boost up Aisha's damage by an insane amount. Depending on if I ever use her after the Second Stratum anyways. We'll see how things go with that. Alright, let's sell the crest I picked up. What did I get? Lance. Okay. Probably. Oh, it actually is still better. It actually is stronger than what he already has. Surprisingly. It has less vitality, which, I mean, whatever, I guess. Well, this would be better technically. Though that would take up all my money. And he doesn't really need damage that much. He's the tank. He doesn't really need the damage. Everybody else is much better off with that. Wait, 61. Wow, 61 to 100, jeez. That's quite the jump. There's 2? Yeah, that is 2 lightning. 56, 2 lightning, yeah. Technically, it's higher, its damage is quite high, considering that's a 10%. Those are, I think that's a 20% damage boost, just those 2, so even though that does take up all my money, that would actually be quite worth it. But he's the only one who can use spears anyways. She can use maces, but she won't be able to use her sword techniques anymore after that. I'm really using her sword techniques too much. I mean, it's just rush. And unfortunately, she probably won't learn Blade Rave until I actually get out of the next stratum. Well, whatever. Supply-wise, I'm fine. Let's rest up real fast. Start on the second floor for this place. Because I can handle everything on the first floor perfectly fine without much of any issues. That, mostly because I really want to find where the where my gather points are so I can start getting Amritas and not have to worry about that type of stuff. Oh, hi. I don't remember what they're weak to offhand. I think they're just weak to elements. Whoops, not that again. Ow. Okay, it's blinded now. I can auto attack it the rest of the way. Since my characters are closer to these enemies' levels, they're not going to be taking as much damage as they were before.